Thank you very much for coming in to speak to us on BBC News. Thank you. Now, Olivier Guita is a consultant in security issues and counter-terrorism. He joins us from central London. Olivier, first, could you give us an idea of what the practical priorities now must be in carrying out this manhunt?
Look, really, everything will fall down to human intelligence. We have to determine if it's homegrown jihadism, if it's people that were already on the radar of the security services, which I suspect might be the case, or if it might be returning jihadists from Syria and Iraq. Because remember, compared to other attacks that we've seen around the world in the past few weeks, those men were military trained, very well armed, very well organized, and they're not lone wolves. So the security services, if they were in France, I suspect that they had them on their radar.
And this, I presume, is not just a French security or French intelligence matter anymore. It's an international one.
Very much so. I mean, look, the last case of a returning jihadist attacking Europe in Brussels against the Jewish Museum back in May, Mehdi Nemmouche, he went through France before going to Belgium, and it was the German security services that alerted everyone. So you are right. It is really a manhunt or a matter that has to be taken care of at the European level.
And one of the other key issues must be, this looks very well organized. These men could have been part of a wider network rather than this being a small cell. We just don't know.
Yeah, I mean, what is troubling is what one of the witnesses said, that they were claiming they were from Al-Qaeda in Yemen. If that's the case, then you have another narrative, and another major issue coming up is that in the past we've seen ISIS as the main jihadist group, but now we're going back, if the AQ link is confirmed in the next few days, to the way AQ has done it. It's very well organized. They have cells in different countries, and they are very focused. So they are attacking the targets that they say they would attack. And it's very meaningful that people are surprised today of what's happening to Charlie Hebdo, but as you said in your program, 2011, the offices were firebombed. 2012, a man was arrested because he wanted to behead the editor-in-chief of Charlie Hebdo. So the writing was on the wall, unfortunately.
Olivier, we are waiting to hear again from the French President, François Hollande. We've heard the Interior Minister say that all resources will be mobilized to neutralize these three criminals. But in practical terms, what can they do apart from vigilance now the men have got away?
Oh, it's going to be very difficult. I mean, as I said, the way they're going to be able to get them is, I trust the French security services have done a very, very historical legwork on those issues, and they have monitored a lot of people. So by just pure human intelligence, they might get the information that will lead to those people. But as I said, if they were people that were totally under the radar, homegrown jihadists that were not really part of any cell, which I suspect it's not the case, it's going to be very difficult, except if you have a member of the family coming forward or a friend saying, look, I think I have to denounce one of my brothers or my dad. He was part of that attack. But you are totally right. It's going to be very difficult if human intelligence and if those guys were not on the radar.
Olivier Guita, thank you for your expertise.